And there we are again, the Slothead crew.
Yes.
Welcome everybody.
Yeah, welcome. We already got some fancy people in our chat. We got Fox and Wolves. We got Pete from Track Fans. And I think there's going to be a lot of people hopefully coming and saying a kind of a half of a goodbye to you, Harry.
Yeah. We've got Lucy for Raceway in the chat as well.
Yeah, that's me.
Who the hell is that?
Yeah.
And Mike, welcome along to Go Raceway. That's Mike's second visit today. Had Mike earlier.
Oh, exactly. You already did a live today with Tony, didn't you?
I did the live today with Tony. It's the RC live, but it usually turns out to be more like a Slotcar live as well. Because all the slot guys pop in, which is good fun. But we're thinking of doing that bi-weekly now in future, so that'll be every second week.
Okay, so every 2 weeks now, Friday.
Probably. I see Joe's here as well. Good man, Joe.
And we have B-Rad as well.
For him, it's good morning. We've got Pete, as you all mentioned. Oida, welcome. There's B-Rad. So you see the usual suspects, I would say, are checking in.
There's Pete. Look, you have Pete.
You've got Pete there. Oh, if you would.
If you show him one more time, it will be a repeat.
Yeah, repeat. There's Pete. There's repeat.
There's Pete and repeat.
I have to remember that one. That's a good one. Yeah, I'm in for the repeat. Yeah. By the way, Pete, are you not going to Rockingham for racing, or are you still setting up your house to be sold?
He put up a track. Didn't you see the video that he put up the other day?
Yes.
He put up a temporary track and he was driving around on testing cars on it. So
he likes the repeat.
He likes the repeat. Yeah. Dennis, welcome, Dennis.
I was leaving in 1 hour.
Happy Father's Day.
Leaving in 1 hour.
Didn't know it was Father's Day.
That's cool.
What's on your benches, or what's not on your benches? So, because what's not on your benches, I'll start with Harry. You dismantled.
Well, on my bench 20 minutes ago was my dinner, and it's no longer on my bench now.
It's in your belly. Get into my belly.
So no, it's very, very quiet here, as you know. Nothing doing, only for trips up and down to the bloody post office with boxes of Slotcar stuff, sending it away. So my bench is full of bits of Slotcar track, basically, and empty boxes being filled. You know.
So you can get rid of a decent amount of cars, hopefully.
Yeah, the cars are moving. The cars are moving slowly. The 3 and 4 here and there and everywhere. And the track isn't moving yet, but I'm sure it will eventually. Somebody be looking for career track, and they'll eventually catch me. Thank you very much, Nico. Nico, I advertise on the Facebook page set up by Nico for selling stuff, and he sent me links for a few other pages I can stick the cars and the track on. So let's see. I think I'm going to be in the community for at least another year, because I'm not going to get rid of this stuff. It's going to drag on anyway. So I'll be like, there's Harry again trying to flog stuff.
But Harry, I just figured out one thing. I've only seen you putting up 132 cars and 132 tracks. What are you doing with your 143?
Well? No, I put up 11 142 cars on Nico's page the other day on Facebook.
Ah, okay. I thought you were going to keep that one.
I was again very close to
delete.
Oh, so if I bring the price down a bit, Nico, maybe you'll be tempted. Yeah.
We'll talk about that, Harry. It's not over yet. We'll talk about it.
Okay, let's not talk about me selling stuff. The main thing is the new guy. This side, Anders. Let's say hello to Anders, guys.
Well, welcome again, Anders.
Well, so I mean, first of all, I feel honestly a little sad that you're leaving the hobby. On the other hand, I'm happy that you will stick around in the chat, because I mean, I from my heart, the little time I've learned, I spent time with you and got to know you. You are a wonderful character. I just want to say that up front. It's been so much fun to get to learn to get to know you, and you're Irish. You're strange. You live in a strange country, and it's just so many interesting things about it. So I just love it.
And I don't always know
that's
what I'm doing, but I give it a go. Sure, why not? That's the whole thing
yeah.
about the hobby. Just give it a go. You know.
Yeah, and I like that attitude, and you do a lot of good things. So it
Thank
is
you.
what it is. But yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun, and since maybe we haven't announced that, but I'm gonna join Nico on these streams coming forward, and I will not be able to fulfill the shoes of the crazy Irish guy, but
No, you will.
we
You
will.
will absolutely, absolutely.
But
You will.
I'll definitely bring in. There will be maybe there'll be some banter and screaming and yelling between us, since we're different in a way where Nico is experienced. I'm not. I'm a noob. Nico goes mainly analog. I'm in digital. In Nico's world, no magnets. For me, a lot of magnets. But I think there's going to be a lot of interesting dynamics, a lot of different areas where we can
Yeah.
talk and hopefully find topics for a broad audience. So I am really looking forward to this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
There'll be loads of banter with the two different views of what
Yeah.
people like, analog versus digital,
Exactly.
magnet, no magnet. So it'll be great fun. I absolutely think the shows
Absolutely.
become
Yeah.
bigger and bigger.
And as they say, the king is dead. Long live the king.
Yeah, there we go. We're
And no,
keeping it.
Harry's still around. Thank God. No.
Yeah. As long as he promises to stick coming into the chat every now and then. But we were
Absolutely.
on the what's on the bench. I'll show something that's on the bench.
I think
Let's
you've
see
got
if
a
I
lot on
can.
the bench.
Yeah,
I
there's
come a long run from so fast.
there's a lot of stuff that needs to go on the bench. But
Iron
first
high
of all,
credit. Yeah. Sorry.
so
Oh yes. Hang
I
on.
got
I'll just try and get that a little bigger.
yeah.
I said I'd try. There you
There
go.
we go. Yeah, so I just got this box with some nice artwork, and in that box there were some interesting prints, all numbered prints of some old school cars, which
Ooh,
was
that's
kind of
nice.
fun.
That's
Really
nice.
nice.
Yeah, and then you got a nice little folder about the Chrysler Newport, and there's like tons of historic pictures from the time when it was used in 1941, the history about the car and about Chrysler. So really a lot of interesting reading if you are nerdy into cars. But this was a pace car at the NASCAR races. And then, of course, you get a nice little wooden plate.
For
And more
presentation.
importantly,
All right. For the shelf queen.
yeah, exactly. And more importantly, you got a car to put on that plate.
That's so beautiful.
So, yeah, so I'm going to bring that up. So it's actually made out of metal. So
Oh, the body's
body
metal. Okay.
yeah. So it's fairly heavy, but a lot of interesting details on the wheels. And there, yeah, it is a slot car. You can see I haven't opened it yet, so I need to unscrew it and open it. But we'll probably save that for another stream. And really detail the little guy sitting in the cockpit. And I have an axle box ordered, so it's actually in the customs right now. Let me switch back. So I have so it got stuck. Everybody is blaming Trump for having crazy tariffs, but hey, Sweden, we have crazy tariffs as well. So we already have done what Trump did recently. We done that a long time ago. So everything I order from the US or Canada gets stuck, and then I have to pay like 100% customs on it.
Wow.
So tariffs. But so now, I just got a
Sorry to
message.
interrupt. I just recently ordered something from Japan.
Yeah. Yeah. But so I'll have a axle box. I can switch it between analog and digital next week, and then I can run these cars. And I have another.
Anders,
Yeah.
how does that suit your starting the banter now? how does that suit your digital soul? I mean, come on, you're getting on the dark side of slot cars now.
Well, I'll do it
Yeah.
only during the night when nobody sees me. That's when I flick the switch.
You see, you're already going to analog, and there's you talking about being a digital mastermind.
Oh no! Don't get me started. I tell you, the features you have when you play digital, it's just so much fun with ghost cars and safety cars and pit lanes and so forth. Digital is just so much more fun to race. But I have some cars that, well, like this one. I'm not gonna try to digitize that one. I'm gonna keep it as is, and then I have my
analog running around, a bit of gentle.
yeah, exactly. So the Sunday rides, you know. So I have a few of those
3
cars.
volts, maybe 4.
Yeah, yeah. And some cars are difficult, like the new Porsche, the Coca-Cola livery on the NSRs. It
Yes.
has a lot of funky stuff underneath, so you can't. There's really no space where you can put drill a hole and put the diode, the IR diode
It's
in.
not made for digital.
So anyway, so I'll get my Axle box and I can move over to Nico's world every now and then when needed.
Thank you.
so
Hey, Wallace, what's your first name? Give us your first name so we can introduce you to the
Exactly.
gang.
I just wanted to say hello to A. Wallace. Obviously, he's new to our Slotcar or Slothead Crew live
It's
stream.
probably, we'll guess, it's Alan or Andrew. And your
Very
guesses,
well
I say
welcome.
Alan or Andrew. That's my guesses. Maybe it's Anders.
And
Andrew.
yeah, we'll call it Andrew. Yeah.
Andrew,
Andrew,
welcome.
take it
Andrew.
away. Andrew, don't just come on for my lesson. This is a great fun show. You got to stick with the guys. It's great fun. Everybody has a great time on the show. And I'll still be in the chat as well. And the odd time I'll be popping in just to check up on the guys and see how the ship is sailing.
See if we behave.
Yeah.
So Joe is. Have you considered? Yeah, but I ordered one of those axle boxes. So I have one, and it's actually arrived. Alex Duncan has sent it. So he has sent them, and it's in Sweden, but it's stuck in customs. Because apparently we have our own little Trump here in Sweden, so we got our own tariffs. I had to pay the tax, and now they can release it, but that takes a couple of days before they release it. So
Soon Anders will be
next
selling
week,
all this digital stuff and just going analog.
yeah, no, so next week I have the best of both worlds.
Them crossovers will be at the bin and
But I don't know why would you want to stick into one lane only and all the fun things you can do with
controller. It comes down to the driver's skills then in this individual lane.
I'll go for a coffee. The two of you will manage on all good, because Harry's bringing up all my arguments, which means to me I hammered my arguments into Harry's brain so much that he can do the whole thing without me, you know.
All right, so I'll give you an example then. Well, so F1 cars have very strong downforce. I mean, it's made with a floor that really sucks it down like a magnet.
Yeah.
Should we remove that from the F1 cars? But then it becomes a whole different type of racing, right?
Anders,
And the same thing with magnets.
check out my channel. There's a video of a 124 Formula One car that will kick any magnet F1 in 32 in the butt to the moon and back.
All right.
It's something that it's something my club came up with when during Corona. Of course, we were bored. So what do old farts do when they're bored? They try and find something new. So we wanted to create a Formula One class that has no rules and no limits, meaning no rules and regulations. The only rule was Formula One body, foam tires. That was it.
All right. So you could have magnets. You could have
no magnets. No magnets.
Ah, okay.
So three rules. Formula One body, foam tires, no magnets. The rest was completely how you want to do it. And like me and two other guys built cars, and those are rockets. I mean, we have to turn down the voltage to like 11 volts or something because They are
But Nico,
beasts.
isn't there a lot of brands who make is a Polycar NSR? They make very good F1 cars that run great without magnets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the NSR 1 to 32, and as my club is mainly 1 to 24, I'm working on the 32 division. But they're mainly 1 to 24, so that's the reason why. Yeah.
I think Joe's
causing trouble again. Look.
No, but I think Joe's comment is very, very valid. I mean, I think
Absolutely.
I'll be on Joe's side. I'll probably appreciate both. And
Yes.
sometimes you want to go analog, sometimes you want to go digital. Right now, I don't know about analog yet, but next week I will. So we'll see.
But it's interesting if you look at Joe's journey. Joe's journey would be, if Joe agrees, Joe's journey would be similar to yours. When he first came, he was digital, absolutely, and he was magnets, absolutely, and now he still loves digital. We know that, Joe. I'm not talking like you're not in the room. I know you're in the room, but I mean, Joe now is taking the magnets out of some of the cars, and but then again, he was saying the other night is taking the rear magnet out and leaving the middle magnet in a magnetless car. Now everyone's going, well, no, it's still got a magnet, Joe. Both of them out for magnets, So, but I love the way Joe is beginning to experiment and take those magnets out. But some career
He's
cars,
chickening out. He's
some
chickening out
career
for the
cars
dark
run
side.
terrible without magnets.
But
Joe, man up.
Joe's setup is even
Joe.
worse.
Stick to digital.
Joe's setup is even worse because he sticks to silicone tires, and I mean, don't want to bring up that topic again, but that's different live stream. That's
exactly. Yeah. So what's on your bench, Nico?
my bench is I received 5 cars from a guy in Latvia that I ordered. I already have them down in. I already have them down in my basement in my workshop. Yes, it's
BRMs.
those 5 poly cars. Because another thing that we have done in the club is I ordered a poly car 4-lane track. Their starting set.
Nice.
It's still in the box. It's still in the box. The reason why we did this, or why we said we're going to go that way, is we want a small mobile track that we can set up for events, because we've been asked several times now if we can do something, and we didn't have anything. And so we thought we would go for the 32, 1 to 32 track, and it's the best value for money. It's got 4 lanes, 4 controllers, 2 power sets, all the borders, or the what do you call it? The skid borders, or
the shoulders. Yeah.
Shoulders. Thank you. The shoulders included.
Well, the borders in over this side of the world, I think they call them shoulders in the States.
Shoulders, yeah, shoulders. And it's all for €300, which we thought is a good deal.
Very good.
And it's a very basic figure 8, just with 1 chicane in between, and it's 2 by 3 meters. That's all you need.
Yeah.
So for a show track thing, we thought this would be
and practice for the NSR event, the NSR 24
and
hours.
practice for the NSR. And I mean, the feedback. If you watch the live, I asked the question several times on how's the track. What's the track like? And the feedback was just excellent. Welcome, Paul, by the way. Good to see you. Good to have you.
There's someone in the chat who's taking trains from 0 to 60 kilometers an hour. I don't know who that is.
I'm confusing everybody. I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone here, and I forgot to go to my other channel, which is Scale RC Cars. So I'm on the live chat here, Scale RC Cars, and then I'm going on the chat, and I only realised now I'm actually going on as 060 train. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. It's all good.
0 to 60 trains, fast and furious.
Exactly. As I'm up,
I'm
doing a little sticker unboxing, because that's something I saved for today. I already knew who it is, and it's
Toju.
Toju.
Awesome.
told you my stickers are on the way, so don't worry. And he dropped me a line saying, "You rock, sir. Here are a couple of stickers for you. Your channel is metal." Thank you so much, Todd.
He's
Thank
a great
you.
guy.
He's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, so that's what's on my...
Yeah. And we B-Rads here as well.
Exactly.
21. Yeah, that's Paul, isn't it?
Yes, Slotcar 2021, that's Paul.
Gone in 60-second trains.
There's my little sticker set. Gratefully received from Anders. Very cool. I like them stickers. Very different.
That's cool.
Got them in the post during the week. So thank you, Anders. Very cool.
Hey, no problem.
Nice stickers.
Representing Sweden.
Yeah, got the flag and all there. Very good. Very cool. And the cash. We have Lucy.
Of course.
There. Will Lucy be putting an appearance on the old Slotcar crew show?
She normally does. I mean, now it's still beautiful weather. The door out to the backside is still open, so she's out in the forest hunting, I guess. But whenever I close the door and we're indoors, she's always up on the track and she's in my lap. Because she's how do I say? She's a big pussy. Cat. She's a really big cat, so it gets in the way.
How heavy? Because I had two Maine Coons, or we had two Maine Coons ourselves. So that's why I'm asking, how heavy is she? How big is she?
Yeah, she passed 5 kilos a long time ago. So I haven't weighed her lately, but I think probably around 7-8 kilos, something like that.
Well, we had two boys, and one was 10 kilos, and the other one was 11. So
yeah, the boys are bigger.
Okay.
Mine is, and mine is also cut, so they kind of stop and don't grow as much as the boys. The boys get easily over 10.
Okay.
They're fun. Yeah. We're going to turn this to a cat chat, by the way, Harry. Just so you know.
Chat Warren as well.
Welcome, Warren.
Did you see B-Rad? He on his, was it the last video or the video before? He showed his cats.
Nope.
Because he had 3 or 4 cats in there, and they were just adorable. They were really adorable. So so go and check B-Rad's channel. I think it was the last video. Could be the second to last, but anyway, really, really cool. So a lot of cat people here. Crazy. We heard about crazy cat ladies, but I guess we got crazy cat lads as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nico just posted a second ago. Nico just posted a picture of that black polycar. Sent him in a dark room. Just a second ago there. Anyone notice that?
Nope.
Nobody has a clue what I'm talking about. Oh, guys, you put the three screens to one side, and there was a black screen. So I said that's the black polycar.
I tried to rearrange.
That's a close up of the polycar track.
During night.
During
black polycar.
I have gerbils. Great fun.
That's what's on my bench. Plus, I've been testing a car on track yesterday evening for something special to come up. Can't tell too much at the moment. Joe will be the one to spread the news in some time. Still some testing going on, but so yeah, we're testing cars. Let's put it that way. Yeah, together with Mike. Yes, so that's been going on at the moment.
Little bit of deduction, I would guess it's a kind of season 2 of the GRL. That's what I would guess.
Exactly. It's maybe one step further, but we're working on it. So it's still something like a beta thing that's been tested. Yes, on different tracks. So just to see how things work out. Yeah.
GRL is going to be.
Joe's going to tell me for the information I already gave, so I know about that. So
it's going to be very interesting next year. But
yes, I think so.
You know, I mean, we got to say, and it's not really our place to say it's up to Joe, but Joe's working hard in the background with a couple of people.
Absolutely, very hard.
But that's what I like with this community as well. There's so many individuals that do a lot of hard work without getting paid. Like, I mean, Joe is one of them. There's a lot of work in setting up, doing all the videos that he does, the streams that he does. the GRL initiative and keeping that running. It's just really amazing to see all these people doing things, and we don't get paid, right? We pay to do this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
why I highly appreciate any producer coming up and saying, can you share this on your channel? Something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went there. I was going to order some shirts because I'm not the fortunate one to get any sent to me.
Not yet.
Yeah, no, but at the same time, I don't need to get them shipped to me for free because I really want to support his initiative as well. So I don't mind paying for them. But he had sold out. Every single T-shirt was sold out.
Well,
Great.
as far as I can recall, he's coming up with a new collection on the 15th.
15. Yeah.
Yes. And
Oh,
he's going to add.
finding out some excellent T-shirts. I mean, constantly changing the design and some
Absolutely.
fabulous design. Now, look, I'm wearing Jamal's T-shirt as well today, and that's nothing planned that we're both wearing our Jamal T-shirts. I wear this when I go around the town. It's a cool T-shirt. I love it. Really good.
I wear
Well,
I wear Tommy Bahama T-shirt.
yeah, but you got the F1 hat, Anders.
It's it's practice today. It's Grand Prix weekend, so
No. This weekend is the real thing.
Le Mans as well. Yeah,
Exactly.
Saturday to Sunday. Yeah,
Exactly. I already said to my home management, Saturday night to Sunday night is.
It's me time. It's me
I'm
time.
having the TV.
So
Sorry.
are they showing it on YouTube or some channels? Do you
I don't know. I know that there's a German TV channel that will be live 24 hours.
Wow, that's cool.
Yes, they're going to cover the whole race.
But a lot of times you will find it on YouTube if you search. You'll definitely find somebody somewhere relaying
Well,
it.
I know that at least I think Ferrari, Porsche, and I think a third team have live cameras in their car's cockpit view. So you can switch to car number 50, I think it is, 50 and 51, even both on from Ferrari. And you can watch the cockpit view 24 hours on YouTube.
Excellent. There's some very interesting stuff from Joe, as you've just put up on screen. Very interesting.
Yes. So as Harry mentioned, Joe is working really hard in the background to make things happen and to spread the word on the GRL and make it even more interesting as it is already. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Well,
I was asking, so we're going to put in there. I want to race NSRs and Carreras. Those are my favorites by far.
I think there will be something coming up. Let's put it that way. Just a little patience. Yeah.
Yeah, the Slotcar 2021. Yeah, that'll wait and see what comes. I guarantee you'll be very interested in what's coming up. You'll be very interested.
Fox and Wolves. We got boxes to open. I have some cars that's been on our list since October. Yeah. Well, so if you're away any Friday, I know for sure I'm gonna wake up Fox and do a car review with him.
Fox and Wolves.
He has so many cars. It's just crazy. I'm gonna invite him in and we could sit for 2 hours and watch cars.
Wolves is the.
Wolves.
Wolves is the one, yeah. Wolves is
Fox,
the one with the
think of Fox as the foxy lady.
Yeah, but Fox has also a lot of interesting cars that are hers. So yeah. Anyway,
they have a super collection. They have the most amazing collection of vintage cars.
Yeah, but then we also have Joe's little collection is not too shabby either.
Yeah,
there's a lot of cars in Joe.
He's got quite a few. Some even from overseas, yes.
Yeah, the guy, what's his name? Shane in is it called Slotcar Hub?
Yes, in Australia.
He has close to 1,000 cars.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And considering it's about let's say round them up to maybe 100 euros each and get the price tag.
Yes.
And then you've guys who are the different brands. I mean, you have our buddy Tony Droney. Tony loves his Nico cars, you know,
Yeah.
and some people just love the Carreras and Scale Electric. Scale Electric is very popular with the guys in the UK, of course, being a UK brand from old days, you know. So
yes.
the Scale Electrics with Ireland and England was always first before Carrera. I never even heard of Carrera until I got back into slot cars a year and a half ago. Never heard of Carrera when I was into slot cars, but that was 40 years ago. So it was a big gap.
Yeah.
And Joe, just sorry, just to mention Joe's comment there. Joe, I haven't seen Jen on yet, so no need to come up with those full.
Yeah, tell the truth.
Yeah.
Tell the truth. No.
You can be honest here.
Yeah, exactly. It's just us.
We remind Joe of his statement last Christmas. I'm not buying any cars for a year. I'm buying a Formula One car. Yeah, he lasted about a week.
less than a week. Less than a week.
But it's hard. I mean, I can relate to that because I bought way too many cars, and I said no. Now it's enough. And then something pops up. Okay, so this one only, and then after that, no cars. And then, you know, Harry decides to sell a couple of cars that I really wanted, the Papaya and McLaren Formula One and the Williams Formula. I said, oh, okay, only these two. And then it's stopped, no more. And then you go to Electric Dreams. Oh, okay, just a couple of more. And then it's like...
Just those 8 cars more. Just those 8 cars, yes.
You might as well give up. I mean, if you try to say that, no, I'm not going to buy anything, then you're lying to yourself.
And have you ever done this thing where, I know for us guys, probably with Slotcar Union, because that's a local to us, but on a Saturday night, you'd be browsing through Slotcar Union's cars and you'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll get one of those.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're thinking, now if I get another 5 cars, I'll get free posts, so maybe I'll get another 4 after that one, you know? And then you've spent 250 quid. Like, wow.
It is crazy.
You know, it can be dangerous.
It is, but it's fun as well, because I mean, it's like having Christmas. Every time you get a new car, it's like Christmas, and it doesn't matter really what brand. For me, I'm not a brand fanatic. It has to be Scalextric or has to be Carrera, or you know, I like to try all the different ones and explore the difference. What's good with a Thunder slot or a Slothead and NSR and so there's so many.
My choices were usually just based on what car I liked. It was nothing to do with the brands. If I liked a Scalextric Mini, I don't care if people said, "Oh, Scalextrics are terrible." I said, "I want a Scalextric Mini," and I was bothered. You know, for me, it's.
And there you go, you RC gentlemen. That's what happens when you come up.
And why do you think I'm divorced twice?
Okay, Joe.
And I just realized I'm going to stay divorced now, because now I can buy whatever I want, whenever I want. Nobody's saying no to me, and I'm happy as can be.
Yeah. And I'm lucky now. My wife's very supportive. She just lets me toddle on with my hobbies, you know. So I'm lucky.
Same on my side.
Does she have a sister?
I know Jen is the same. Joe's just looking for sympathy. Jen is an absolute sweetheart.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, ask your wife if she has a sister. You know, I might be interested. If she's as tolerable to stupid hobbies like mine. Well,
there was this a comment about Polycar being very reasonable. I have to admit, I mean, I told before when we went into this idea. Oh, the sun's coming in. Sorry, guys. When we went into this idea of a mobile track, we looked into every detail. And don't get me wrong, being in Carrera country, just next door, like less than 10 kilometers, Polycar was the best deal, believe it or not. We could have gone Carrera Go, but for the same bucks, we've got a 32 track now. So, yeah.
Yeah. And the Polycar home races are great little cars.
The cars are great. Absolutely.
Fantastic
Absolutely.
Value.
Yeah.
Fantastic value.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like B-Rad. My living room as well. I mean, the whole living room is basically. I started with a small part for the track, and then now I expand. The whole living room is a big track. So I'm like B-Rad.
Guys, I'll just switch off for a second my camera. I need to redo my sunshades. I'm nearly getting blind. Just go ahead, guys.
Yeah, no problem. No. So
We got,
I'm having so much fun with my living room. And then,
Fox and Wolves are saying they're going down the AFX rabbit hole. Ooh, AFX are so expensive here for a tiny little car. They're really expensive. I couldn't believe how expensive.
those 164 scale.
Yeah,
164?
these little things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So expensive.
They look so fun because they're so fast. It's like
Yeah, but
like
they're too
wasps.
fast for me, and they're too glued to the track for me. I just don't enjoy them. I was sent one and I tried it. I stuck it on my career track and I just held the throttle down and just went. It just didn't crash. It was just glued to the track. I was like, okay, but it did run. It ran around my track and it was great because it was such a small car.
Harry, can I ask you a question?
Far away.
Are the magnets in the AFX?
Absolutely. Way too magnetized.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Without magnets, the car will shite.
Now, before you start the banter, you would have to look into history a little, my two dear gentlemen. The history of my channel, which started with HO, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
With magless HO as well, because they are available, they are around, and they're really fun to drive. Plus, I've done
Slotcar 2021 just mentioned try magless HO.
Yeah. Plus, during COVID, and that's how the whole madness started with me, HO drag races, which is unbelievable fun. Because to me, this is one of the fairest proxy races, because it's when you send in if you prepare a car, if I would prepare a car and send it to Harry, and he would put it on his track, he would go like, "This is a shit car. I can't drive this car because the behavior is, I can't deal with it." And if I would send it to Anders, maybe he would say, "Oh, that's a great car." So it always comes, or a lot comes down to the driver versus a drag race. It's go, and one car is first at the finish. There's no fussing around. It's just pure power,
fast reactions, and good traction, I guess. Yeah,
exactly.
I was actually, that was the one thing I was looking for at Electric Dreams when I was there last week. If they had, because they have these AFX drag race kits where they have the strip and they have the tower, but they didn't have, they don't have, I guess they don't have a lot of like boxes, like boxed solutions. They have cars, like tons of cars, but not like ready boxes with kits. So that was next trip. I'll find it somewhere in the US because they have that in the US.
I think I have a spare one, Anders. I have two. I think I still have. I need to look it up. I need to look it up because they're hard to get now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured. Yeah.
What's hard to get?
The drag strip
from AFX. They
the drag strip with the lights. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but welcome,
Chris. Race is great because you're not blaming the corners or any of that. It's literally whatever car is tuned the best and whoever's quickest on the trigger, and that's it. It's no more complications.
Yeah, exactly.
Who have we got popped in? Chris, welcome, Chris.
Popped in.
Have you seen the videos with his NSR car that he got? Chris?
Who? No,
Chris.
Okay.
They had during the 24-hour race they had an event car.
Yes.
And he got one from Doug in the US team. So he brought Chris the event car, and it's one of 100. So I told Chris if he ever wants to sell it, I'm the first in line. I'll buy it. But that's a keeper. That's a car I would never sell.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That is so good.
That would be another topic. Shelf queen, yes or no? Box it or keep it?
Well, I'm just gonna walk around the corner. I'll be here in distance at least.
And by the way, Anders, Chris just said no sale.
I can believe that. Well, so I have these cars, the Playboy cars, and so you have a Playboy bunny on each. Let's see. On each one of the cars, so they all have different. So these are queens, and right now they are on the shelf. So I guess these are my true shelf queens.
And the
But
new
as soon
car,
as I
guess.
so as soon as I get my axle box next week, then these guys will not be shelf queens anymore.
Okay, Anders, you need to get friendly with Chris's wife, so that you might get that car eventually.
I would not want to take that car from Chris. Never.
No, when he's not around, you can say, "Hey, hello, Mrs. Chris. I want to have a word about that old car that's worth very little that's in that box."
Yeah. Just send it over.
Yeah, I'll give you €10 postage.
Yeah.
You know, guys, I mentioned this before. I'm not afraid to die at all because I had a very good life so far. The only thing I'm afraid of is that my wife will sell the cars for the price I told her I got the cars for. You know, that's the only.
You need to write a note somewhere and seal it and tell her you're not hoping that until I'm gone, and that'll tell it the true horror of what you've spent over the last years.
Yeah.
These cars only cost €10.
If I'm not dead by then, I'll be dead by then.
Yeah, no, I actually have inventoried all my cars, and I put a price tag on each one of them for my daughter if I ever pass away. So
good.
Because my plan is to live forever, and so far I'm doing pretty good.
Well, on the other side, nobody got out of this alive yet. So
well, I might be the first. There's always a first.
Exactly.
Pete.
I did a little stats on Harry's.
So sorry, guys. Pete is back. We have to talk about someone else now.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so the weather. How's the weather in Latvia?
No. I did a little stats, Harry.
Oh, yeah.
On our Slothead crew live history.
Yeah, and my one last week was the worst one ever.
What?
With 4 people in the chat. It was crap last week. They said, who the hell is this 060 Trains? And what's he doing on the Slothead crew chat show? I'm not even going to go into that. It's Harry on his own. I'm bored to death. I'm out of here. It was the worst show ever. I couldn't wait to finish it. And then at the end of the show, I had a bit of an upset stomach. And I said, right, lads, we've been an hour, and that was great. And I have to go, poof, and I was gone. I was like, oh, no, I'm out of here.
The quickest exit ever.
Oh, man. I was sitting here thinking, end the show, Harry. End the show.
Well, Harry, how many lives do you think we had together?
Oh, okay. A quick guess. Together, or how many lives was done? The two of us together, I reckon about 12.
Close. 14.
14. Okay, 14. Yeah, that was
14 good. In roughly 6 months, more likely 5 months.
Yeah.
How many hours do you think? I did a little homework.
14 shows, I reckon about 20, let me 14 shows, about 25 hours.
No, less, I'm sorry. It was only around 18. It was StreamYard.
Yeah, but it felt like 25.
Was it that boring? Okay. To you?
Oh, well, you see, you're forgetting. I'm also thinking about the after show chat. That was at least another half hour each show.
Minimum.
Yeah.
How many likes did we get
How many likes did we get? Oh, that's an
on those
interesting.
14 live streams altogether?
Oh wow, maybe altogether, maybe 200.
485.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's great.
Warren, was nice to meet you. You'll be blocked from now on. No, just kidding.
Hey,
You'll be the first
I
one
have-
people are. No.
hey. That's excellent. Thanks,
I
Warren.
like that. And it was in total, it was 164 comments were given to our live streams. That's enough now with the stats.
Okay, 164. Yeah, I think I do know that the way to generate more in the comments, which is good for the channel, the algorithm, is to ask questions like, it's like when you have a quiz and you guess this, answer this between 1 and 20, and everybody's 5, 2, 7, 2, 9, 5, 6, and this is all registering on the algorithm how many comments you had. So having little quizzes like that can bang up those comments.
The comments I counted were not the ones from the live stream, that were the ones afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, well that's even better.
That's a truckload more than just 164. That's definitely a truckload more. Yeah.
If the algorithm,
Put them into comment for after the stream, because a lot of times people watch the stream and if you watch it live, then you don't need to comment afterwards because you're in the live and you were chatting and everything. So that's a good comment base, considering that was after the show. So some people did come and watch it later on.
but if the algorithm gives benefits to streams with a lot of chat comments, maybe we should have a competition. Like, well, guess a number between 1 and 2 billion.
Yeah.
And then we'll keep guessing,
And each of us three writes down a number.
Yeah, yeah. The 3 numbers. If one of them is correct, then we have a winner.
Exactly.
And you know what always happens with when you have a competition,
you get a Playboy car.
when you have a competition and you mention a number between 1 and 50, it's quite funny because I regularly see it on the other guy's shows. It's hilarious. They're saying, now this is the rules. And people are already 5, 10, 7, 8, 9. And they're like, no, we haven't started yet. Stop. And 2, 7, 5. I'm like, oh my God, they won't listen. And then they start it. And the thing goes so fast. And then there's an argument at the end. The number was 6. And, John.
49.
And then John, Mike or John or whatever, Malcolm says, no, I had it first. And if you go back and check, it's hilarious. It's so funny. And while they're doing this, there's still people going 7, 4, 2, 9.
Me too. Maybe do that.
There you go. It's Joe and Paul already battling out the numbers for our algorithm. Thank you, guys.
See, there we go. Now we're getting lots of comments now.
Thanks, guys.
Naughty fox and wolves. I guarantee you that's wolves.
Of course. Who else?
Joe, you're not going to win.
How many do I have to do again? Yeah, it's a number between 1 and 2 billion. So you're not even close yet.
Oh yeah. See who joined in. Told you.
There we go.
Metal.
Hi, Todd.
Yeah, exactly.
Metal.
I'm actually listening to Judas Priest in the background, so that's something that he did like.
I love that song United by Judas Priest. That was one of my favorite Judas Priest songs, United.
Does Led Zeppelin count?
Yeah. No, we don't have to guess any numbers. That was just people are asking about you should guess numbers. No.
Did we not say Joe was not allowed to win anyway? So Joe, you're already thrown out of the competition, so
I wanted, because I think Andrew, as he's new, Andrew, do you have any questions you wanna drop off and you never thought?
Andrew, tell the guys a little bit about yourself, about throw it in the comments there what you have regarding slot cars, and do you have a setup at home and stuff like that.
Okay, told you. Then I'm on the harder section.
Oh, I see. Slotcar 2021 asked a question about Playboy themed cars. Yeah, so a company called Fly. I mean, they made a collection of 12 cars, so from 1 to 12, with a new Playboy bunny on each car, and different, Ferraris, Porsches, what have you, all different cars. And so yeah, I managed to get that collection. So I have all 12 cars, but I haven't been able to run them yet because they're stupid analog.
And I guess they still have the
Stupid
magnets.
analog. Did you hear it? Oh.
Next week I'll be able to drive them, all of them. No more Shelf Queens.
I'm sure you'll have a ball. You'll have a whole new. It'll be like Christmas again. You'll have a whole new collection of cars to run around the track. It'll be great.
But I'm gonna run analog my way. So every second lap, I'll stop and I shift lanes. Do the lane shift manually.
Yeah.
Just do it.
It's gonna slow down.
Oh
yeah, exactly. Or make some kind of contraption that would every now and then flick them. Do I have the girls to go with them? No, I actually divorced most of them, so so they're not along with me along.
Just with us starting the banter, the live stream kicks off as well with.
We pour diesel on this. Throw diesel on the fire. And this is only getting started. It's going to be a lot of interesting questions. But
sorry.
Yeah. That's because I have so many questions. I have like page after page with questions to you, Nico, about the. Oh, there's so many questions I have. So we.
Did I tell you I can't read? So.
Yeah, no, but I'll talk.
you need to read them out loud. Otherwise.
Yeah, I will. But there's a lot of interesting things that I'm curious about learning more as I'm learning about the hobby.
And as everybody should know by now, I'm very willingly and happy to share as much as I can.
Yeah.
To the point where I have to say, I've got no bloody idea.
Yeah. Oh, what does Joe say? If you pair your controller to both lanes, you'll be able to switch lanes. Oh.
There you go.
All right. So next week I'll know.
When you say manual switch, that means you need a little friend standing on the track clicking over the switch or something.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you look at the side of the track and you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul, for mentioning that. In case you guys haven't seen Tara's figures.
Yeah.
Strictly 1 to 32. Mm-hmm. You should go whenever you can and go to one of her exhibition stands and then look around the buildings where the other figures are. Very interesting. Let's put it that way. Very interesting.
I know, it's so funny. And she gets away with it. I was watching Pete's live show at the Gaydon show. And very cool, Anders, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's Lewis Hamilton.
Is that one of Tara's figures?
No, I made it myself. 3D printed.
Cool.
I had to have
you 3D printed it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very well painted. That's what Tara's great at, but the Tara's the naughty figures, and they're so funny. When Pete was showing the Gaydon, he was going through different tables, and he was showing Tara stuff, and you have all this normal people around, and then you just see somebody with someone else against the wall at the side of the shed, and they're like, "Ooh, so funny!" And I mean.
Sorry, she's such a good laugh. I mean, Tara is such a funny, nice person. It's just unbelievable. I mean, she's adorable. She's the queen of figures, you know.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Yeah.
So, Harry, I wanted to ask you a question about trains. I saw on your channel that you had a few steam engine trains where you do videos on. Are they next to you, or do you have to go far, or is there a museum, or where does it come from?
This is the real trains.
The what?
What trains you talking about? What?
Well,
Real
I think
trains.
that you had a video of steam trains.
Oh yeah, that's the narrow gauge railway. It's the only fully working narrow gauge railway in the Baltics, and it's about 33 kilometers away from me. So it's only
Okay.
down the road, half an hour to get there. And they operate a diesel train twice a day to a place 33 kilometers away. And then every second weekend, they run the steam engine. So it's great. It's fabulous. I've photographed it a good few times. And it's I've been in where they keep the train. I've been on the footplate and messing about on the footplate and everything. So it's great. It's called Banitis, Banitis. And if you Google that on the internet, and you can Google Ferdinand's is the name of the train, which was named after a German engineer.
Okay.
So in Latvia, when they put on the diesel engine every second week, is that kind of like the Japanese version to the bullet train in Latvia?
Well, no, they put on the steam engine. The diesel engine's on every day. But
Yeah,
talking
okay.
about a bullet train, I think the average speed is something like 20 kilometers an hour. So
Yeah, exactly. I was
you could probably cycle
comparing the
quicker.
steam train to a diesel engine, it would be like a bullet train for them.
Well, no, because they're restricted anyway, so they can't go any faster. I mean, the last time I photographed it, I chased the train and I beat it to all the stations. I was sitting there with the camera waiting. I'm sure the guys were like, "There's that weirdo again." I was like that guy Francis Beauquois, whatever he's called. I can never get his second name right. Who photographs the steam trains? He's very popular on the Instagram, on Facebook. Francis Baudot or something. But yeah, I followed the train, and me and the missus, and we photographed it at the 3 different towns it goes to and various different roads across, and I put a video together. I'm going to bang that video up in a couple of weeks. I'm just letting the Slotcar stuff sort of quieten down, and then I'll start banging up some model rail stuff. You know, I'm sort of burnt out. The last crash video I done was nearly an hour, and that was a long one. And I had about 150 clips to edit and put together just for that one show. So after that, I was like, I'm going to take a break for a week or two and then get back into it.
No more video editing, no more cutting videos.
Yeah, absolutely. It's normal, and you're trying to, you know, I do it all on my phone, so it's clips all over the phone, but I enjoy doing it when I was doing it. It's, you know, the situation with me is the fact that nobody came to race. It was just a dead zone when it came to Slotcar racing. But one guy I told you came to race the night after I put out the last video, and the day before I took the track down. One of the Latvian guys called Rainis, and he lives a few hours away from me. He came to race, and I had the best night's racing I've had in 40 years. And that was the night before I took the whole track down. Would you believe that? I could never get anyone to come. Rainis came on the very last night, and we had about three and a half hours of solid racing on my track, and it was the best racing in 40 years. It could have been like that all the time if people had just come. You know, it's such a pity.
Which is such a shame. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had great memories. You know, it was wonderful that he came, and we got to finally use the track, and we were neck and neck. He brought some of his very nicely tuned cars with alloy wheels. I don't know if they were staff slots, but proper alloy wheels, tires ground, silicone tires. He had silicone tires, not the cars. And we were neck and neck going around the track. It was fabulous. It was such fun to race with somebody on an equal sort of level. Brilliant. Loved it.
Yeah, which is just simply a shame, you know, which is so sad, because it was all there. You had it all there, and you invested such a lot of time, effort, sweat, and money.
A lot of money. Sold my motorbikes to do the hobby. Well, I had to sell the motorbikes because the doc said you can't ride them anymore. But the good thing was that, you know, I can sell the track on. I lose a lot, but as long as people buy the stuff off me, and it is slowly moving, you know, slowly moving.
In the meantime, Rob came in. Rob Sale, my brother from a different mother in the UK. Welcome, Rob. So, Andrew, asking again, any questions to us experienced and not so experienced and half experienced and whatever you want to call it, guys on Slotcars? Just go for it. So Sufast has got a question.
No, there's nothing worse than scale trains going at silly speeds. Drives me crazy. You see some model railroad blokes and they have their trains going way wrong speeds, and I completely slow them down. If anything, I'd be slowing down my trains. And there might be a few crashes. You might have the odd little car like this guy traveling across the track in slow motion, being hit by a train. You never know. Never know.
You're so destructive, Harry.
how many cars will you keep, Harry?
A few. I have this one. I have a few. The ones that were sent to me for crashing, no, because I send the cars mugs and things and stickers and stuff, so I can't end up with a load of them. This one was different. I'm keeping this one because Tony sent that to me as a gift. But very few. I'm really got to get rid of everything. There's no point in me having tons of things. There's things that are going to keep, like my figure of Pat is always going to be here with me. Keep my figure of Pat sitting here. So I was thinking this car, I might have Pat sitting here on the car. Something like that on a shelf. So there's the stuff that will, as a memory. And but I'll be a long time selling the cars. I mean, it's hard to sell cars at the moment. But in the end, I'll be giving the ones that I have left, the less valuable ones, I'll be selling for peanuts when they're gone, So
we should keep just a round track, like an oval, and you could do the NASCAR, just around and around with one car. Do American style racing.
I tell you, I'm going to convert my garage now into a model railway, so that's going to be a hell of a big space for a model railway out in that garage.
So there you go. You've got a train buddy in Andrew.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd love to live in the UK. That's where all the stuff that I'd be into railway modelling wise. I'd send away for everything. There's nothing available in Latvia. And in Europe, it's mostly HO trains, which I have no interest in continental stuff. British railway stuff is what I'm interested in, There's an ON30. Now, ON30s, I used to model them in Ireland, and I love them. They're O-scale train that run in the double O-scale track. I don't know if you probably don't know what I'm on about, but they're absolutely lovely. Backman used to make most of the ON30 scale stuff.
So there you go. B-Red is willing to ship you some.
Yeah. No, I'd love that, B-Rad. I'll send you something in exchange. I'll send you a Slotcar or something in exchange and a few stickers. So,
Question, okay.
Oh.
For front
no, Pete's coming up. Joe's coming up. Sorry, Pete. Joe.
What's this question? Go on.
Independent wheel spin or suspension? Both. That's the best. Well, what he means is, give me a sec. What he means is independent wheel spin, so that it's not one axle going through, but both tires running independently.
Oh yeah, I hate cars like that personally. I only like cars with one axle. I found any cars I had with the independent, the Carrera Capri has independent wheels, and it's a horrible car. But that's just me.
Well, it's the Carrera, but no, just kidding. Just a little sidekick,
Carrera.
Suspension.
I like my Carrera cars.
Does help. Yeah, exactly. It's like a diff. Yeah, that's right.
So this car, I get a reflection coming in. I don't have any sun shining in, but it's reflecting. But this car is kind of interesting because it has a suspension, so it moves not downwards, but it moves up and down or sideways. So you can kind of lean into the curb and still have.
Yeah. But it's on the one axle, isn't it? It's not separate little axles in each wheel.
Yeah, it's one axle.
Yeah.
But I think some of the fly cars are different.
Yes, especially the early ones that had the motor in the front. Because there was no space for the axle to go through. Yeah. There you go, Harry. B-Red.
I'm gonna answer B-Red. Give me a message on
No, he said message me and I'll pack it up. So you have to send a message to him.
Yeah, but I don't know his address and I don't know his Facebook page, so that's impossible.
No, but if you go to his channel, I think and you click
I
on the
don't know how
channel
to do that.
description.
That's technology now. You're getting into technology now. I can never find
Okay.
anybody's email or
I'll
link.
send you a fax. I'll send you a fax with some instructions.
A fax, yeah, very funny. Hold on Facebook. Okay, hold on a second. There we are. Thank you very much, B-Rads. There's me. If you look for that in Latvia, Harry Harrison, Facebook Latvia, you'll find me there. If you send me a friend request, and I'll befriend you, and I wouldn't just take it. I'll send you something back. Absolutely, send you something back. Now I'll get messages from loads of weirdos. Hello, my name's Rumbo. I have some trains. Give me your bank account details.
Oh yeah. Well, be right. I agree. Those front engine cars are a lot of fun, but you need to invest a little love in them or to them, and then they really run great. Beg your pardon?
I had these 12 cars. They're brand new in box and untouched. Never been on a track. Tires and everything is untouched. But I mean, you can tell. I mean, the some of the axles don't even turn, and the mash is completely off. So you definitely do need to spend some time on them. And I even had to start with buying spare parts at Electric Dreams for 3 of the cars. Completely new axles, and so I bought a whole bunch of crown gears and stuff like that. So, and that's when you buy a new car. Like if you buy a new NSR or even a new Carrera, you put it on the track and off you go.
Just go for it. Yeah.
What about the front? Is there anyone else making front wheel drive cars? I know I have my TTS 124 front wheel drive Fiat. Is there any of the 132 cars with front wheel drive, Nico, that you know of?
I think there were. I can't remember the brand, but there were. I think, and of course there are the 4-wheel driven ones that have the motor in the middle and have a long motor shaft to the front and to the rear.
But a front wheel drive in particular, I think the TTS is the only one I had, but I got it running lovely. It's a very fine line between grip and with the front wheel drive, because you've also got to keep your guide blade on the track. So you got to balance between how much grip do you want, and you don't want to be lifting the guide blade off the track, and you don't want to be lifting the wheels and just the guide blade, or you won't get grip. So the front wheel drive cars is great fun. I got that one and I tuned, and it's a very interesting car, very different.
And Pete showed on his latest video a Red Bull rally car with actually you have like a rubber thing that goes from the back tires to the
O-ring, like an O-ring.
Exactly, a big O-ring.
Yeah.
Harry, do you want to stand up for a second to show
Yes
Jamal, because he just joined in.
Jamal, we're rocking the T-shirt, man. Whoop whoop.
There you go.
Excellent stuff, Jamal.
And what about you, Nico?
Yo, addicted to Slotcars.
Yeah, and then you have the poor guy. I'm rocking Tommy Bahama t-shirts. I tried to go to your site, Jamal, and order, but they were sold out, so I have to wait until the 15th, I guess. And I'll order some really nice t-shirts from you.
I'm very impressed with Jamal's designs. We were only talking about you earlier, Jamal. We were saying that you're constantly banging out really new, beautiful designs all the time.
Absolutely, yeah, fully agree.
Yeah.
I would like to share a little love, because I promised it to Steve, and he's always been a supporter of.
Oh, we lost his sound.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we can't hear Nico. Not during the videos.
Okay, Nico, you're muted.
Oh, you shouldn't have told him.
And the thing is, you didn't know, Anders. He's no sound for the Slotcar thing, so there's no sound on it. Only, but we can hear you talking, saying, "I told you it was your chance to sing a song to us."
Oh, okay. I can do some ABBA songs.
We get that for next week. We'll
Yeah.
Nico, are you back? Or what have you
Instead of
done?
shelf queens, we do dancing queens.
Yeah. Oh, Nico, what have you done?
Nice. Microphone mishap. Yeah, we do lip reading.
Yeah, 1 minute.
He'll be back.
I'm gonna cut the feed. 1 minute.
Yeah. he'll be like the governor of California. He'll be back.
Okay, what have we got in the chat with the guys?
A lot of lip reading.
I see B-Rads are saying that I glued the front arms to keep the front wheels up and through the tires on the fly cars. Very helpful. Yeah, some people, and then you've the old trick where some people put nail varnish on the front tires so that you don't want them to be grippy. You know, you sort of want it sitting on the guide.
Yeah, I do that on my Carrera cars. I put nail polish on them, and it really helps because it doesn't get stuck and be slots. So
yeah.
But NSR cars, I have not put any. I have those no grips in the front, but I don't have to put on any nail polish on those. They run well. But but the guide, I'm changing the guides on all my NSRs to Slot Invasion.
Have you tried one of them first before you change them all? I'd change one and make sure it's okay first.
Yeah, I did that. I tested it on one because the standard ones, they're like small, like something really small, and then the Slot Invasion were more like the Carrera sized. Guides.
Yeah, they're quite a long sort of guide blade, aren't they? They're different. Yeah.
So I tried that.
I've never changed any of my guide blades. Well, I never change anything on my cars. My cars are completely standard, except for the only tune I've done was with the few BRMs I had, because you got to tune them. There's a couple I didn't even get to unbox, so I never tuned them. The TTS, did you see my TTS? The front wheel drive one.
Yeah.
I had great fun tuning that. That was great fun tuning. I really enjoyed that. I still have that. That's one of the few cars I have left. He's back.
Well, at least I try.
But he can hear you.
You got some voice. No more lip reading.
Well, would have been interesting to see how good you guys are in lip reading. So, latest when I'm swearing, I guess you would have caught up.
You were swearing in German, we wouldn't have known, or Austrian, I should say. We wouldn't know what you were saying.
I told Anders, I do know a few Swedish sentences. They're all swearing. They're only swearing. Because I used to play innebandy with a guy in university who was half Swedish, and it was so funny because he taught me then those swearing sentences in Swedish because nobody can understand you, and you just can let it go.
Swear away.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh yeah, the Scalextrics poster in the back. That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
I actually got that in Denmark, believe it or not. At a Danish race we were once, long time ago. I was young and needed the money, and I brought it home with me. Hey, and Bo managed to jump in.
Oh, look at that.
Guys, we've hit the 1 hour and 10 minutes mark again, which is usually the first alarm going off because of the limited StreamYard time. And I really hate to do this because I could go on for hours with you guys, I mean.
Yeah, but we have many more Fridays in front of us, so we'll have plenty of things to talk about. I got tons of questions about how to improve lap time, all about changing engines, changing gears, and so there's, and I think also talking about weight placements. I think that's good to refresh on that because I think your video is really good on that. It really helped me at least placing weight in different areas, how it changed behaviors. We can talk about that as well. Yeah, we
And
got some.
it's one sad eye and one, how do you say, one crying eye and one laughing eye. The crying eye is for Harry, who's leaving the live stream for the moment. I'll put it that way, and I'll put it very dramatic.
He's walking the plank. The Slothead crew.
Yeah,
the crew is making him walk the plank.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best, which is very understandable from his point of view, and I'm fully behind his decision. And on the other hand, Anders joining in and being the Slothead crew member. No, sorry, that way. Exactly. So the Friday night will continue. The European Friday nights will continue.
Yeah, I'll still with the 2 accents, which is great.
The accents are still hard, and they will stay hard, and we'll keep it that way.
And I will turn on my Swedish accent if needed. Speak very Swedish English.
You know what that reminds me always of is the Muppet Show, but it's actually the Danish cook. But they made the accent exactly the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Skip, skip, hurdy, birdie, skip, hurdy, hurdy, bird.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll do
so we say heavy-hearted goodbye to Harry. It's not a farewell.
Indeed.
It's just.
I love doing the show, and it was absolutely fabulous that Joe got me and Nico together. He suggested the idea, so thank you to Joe for giving us the idea. And I'm absolutely thrilled that the show is going to keep going, because I mean, for me to stay on the show with Nico, I'm not relevant if I'm not buying slot cars and I'm not racing and posting. I mean, let's be honest, I'm not relevant. Where Anders is new into the hobby, he's hugely enthusiastic. So you guys can bring the show on to big heights now. You know, it's fabulous. It's great.
Every single slot car enthusiast is important, each and every one of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is no unimportant one.
And we're counting on having you in the chat.
Exactly. Every single member holding a controller and having fun is important.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, thank you guys. Thanks for all the support so far. Thanks for supporting me and Harry on setting this European madness up.
Mm-hmm.
Please stick around with Anders and me trying to continue the European madness. I have to admit, I'll be on holiday now. I haven't mentioned that before, have I? I'll be on holiday now.
You're on your own, Anders.
But we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do a quick pop-in, a quick live pop-in from my mobile or something like that.
But don't forget, Anders, you can send that link out and invite someone onto the show with you. So I'm sure that somebody will say, "Hey, I'll pop in." You know, there's always somebody who'll pop in.
Yeah.
So it's not a break. It's just my physical break, and maybe for up here, it's a little break.
Yeah.
But it's got nothing to do with the 2 gentlemen. Absolutely, nope. So how do I close that? I've got no freaking idea, and this is
big thanks, Harry, and I think everybody in the chat as well agrees. Thank you, Harry, for all these hours of streaming and your crashing videos and other madness that you put up on your channel.
I had great fun.
It was every week. It was kind of exciting to see which hobby is he going to bring in. It was boats, it was trains, it was RCs, and it was slot cars. I was just waiting for the week when is the Barbie week coming? Yeah.
We gotta have tanks. Told you I have tanks. We gotta think about bringing some tanks on. A couple of shares in the garden.
Maybe you can bring Barbie to your trains now. You know, Barbie and Ken or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but you're a wonderful character, Harry. I really have enjoyed and learned a lot about. I like your attitude to the hobby. You're not as, how should I put it, pretentious about it. You know, you're like, I don't tune my cars. I race them, I drive them, and you're making it very easy and approachable for new people. I mean, if you look at I don't want to badmouth anything. It's not in a negative way, but like the Greg Gob worldwide Slotcar chat, fantastic chat. But sometimes they get so technical that just like it just goes way over your head. And as a new person, it's very difficult. But as you move in, learn more about the hobby, then of course, then you can get a lot of knowledge from that.
Yeah,
stream.
the guys in the Slotcar chat, the worldwide Slotcar chat, they're very technical, but they're very knowledgeable. But if you're into it in the way I'm into it, which is just silliness and going crazy and doing silly shit,
and having
I
fun.
mean, those guys would be too technical for me. Sometimes I used to watch it, but sometimes after a while I'd be like, I'm off somewhere else to watch something else. But I wouldn't say don't watch them, because you could learn.
No. I watch them every week as well. There's always some gold nuggets in there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the way it is. Yeah.
There is no better sentence to finish off this live stream, as Rob just wrote.
Yeah.
Harry, you've been a breath of fresh air to the hobby, and you'll always be with us. Every time we wreck a car. This is brilliant, Rob. This is absolutely brilliant.
Got to start wrecking cars now, and Rob was one of the first few people to send me cars to wreck. So I gotta say a big thanks to Rob. He was well in there, and the UK guys, amazing, sending me cars to wreck. Though that was great. And the mugs are on the way. I sent 8 mugs in the post the other day, so they're on the way. That was a heavy package. The woman in the post office asked me what's in it, and I told her metal cups. Because if you say porcelain mugs, they will take them in the post in case they get broken. So I had to say metal mugs. Crazy.
So I guess every time now when I'm at the club and I wreck a car, I'd start laughing loud, and all my mates will go, again, you know.
What's up with him? Oh my God, you wrecked your car.
I will remember that. And yes, thankfully, I also received the mug, which is very cherished, very well taken care of. And
cool stuff.
You'll be with us, and you're always welcome. You know that.
Yeah. Well, I've set some stickers to send out. And I think what I'm going to do is when I'm selling some of the cars that were sent to me for crashing, I'm only going to let them go at what they really are worth to me. So what I'll do with them is I'll stick them in a box with a mug. So I've mugs left. So it'll just cover the price of me getting the money back for the mugs, basically, you know. So that's what I'm going to do with them particular cars. So that's the idea with them. I'm not just going to sell them. I'm going to give a mug and the stickers and all. So it'll sort of move them on that way. That was my idea for them.
And a little postscriptum PS, in case you guys haven't noticed, Toju has issued his first crash video in memory of Harry already. And he just writes he will continue doing that. So there are more crash videos to come. Toju has picked that up. So Harry, there you go.
You wrecked that car. The thing is, the more valuable the car you wreck, the more the people go, oh my God, you know, it's great fun.
Damn, Harry.
Okay. Guys, again, I can't think of a better sentence than what Rob just wrote. Yeah. Brilliant.
Thank you so much, Harry.
Thank you so much, Harry.
Okay. And thanks to all the guys who supported me, and I'll still be popping into all the chats and everything, so I won't be gone. I'll just be under that strange name of 0 to 600 mile an hour trains.
Yeah.
Which is good. So we'll have, as told you,
or Barbies, or RC boats, or something. God knows. But anyone with a strange name, we know it's you.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I sent some bin dwellers. All the cups I sent to the UK, each guy got a bin and a bin dweller inside their cup. I know it's very stupid, but I just thought it's funny, you know. So each cup has a bin dweller in it.
So they are spread out. They're spread out. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay. It was a good show. Thank you so much, Harry.
Thank you, Harry.
Thank you. And thank you to all the other nerds, slot heads out there. Slothead crew will continue. We'll be back
next Friday.
Take care. Have a good weekend. All the best. See you around.
All the best, guys.
Many thanks. See ya.